Good day, I am Vera and I will be discussing the infographics about the process of communication. But I don't want to only focus on the present. So I include the past process of communication to help me understand the origin of communication. But first, we need to know what is the meaning of process communication to help us understand how important it is. Communication is the process of sending and receiving information of messages between two people. As time passed, the way people communicated also changed. Mula sa pagkakarb ng bato hanggang sa nagkaroon ng mga letters at nagkaroon na ng internet. So, basically, it is a process where people share information and respond to each other. So, basically, it is a process where people share information and respond to each other. Since we have an idea, so let's move on to the four basic process of communication. As you can see in the infographics, first is the sender. It encodes an idea into a message using words, symbol, or visuals in a form suitable for transmission. It is the person who creates and sends the message. Next is transmission, that refers to the channel or medium used to deliver the message from the sender to the receiver. Then we have the receiver. It is the person who receives the message from the sender. They listen or read the message and tries to understand the meaning. Lastly, we have feedback. It is the response of the receiver to the sender. So, it lets the sender know whether the message was understood. So, let's proceed to the communication of flow to help us understand how sender, transmission, receiver, and feedback works. For the early communication, we have stone carving, which a person creates a message by carving symbols on stone, which another person sees and interprets. The receivers then respond through gestures, speech, or another form of communication. So, the communication flow of this early communication, which is stone carving, is sender is the person, stone carving is the carved symbol, receiver is the reader, and the feedback is the response. For the written communication, we have a postal system, which a person writes a letter which is delivered by the postal service to the receiver. The receiver reads and understands the message, then sends a reply. So, this is the communication flow of written communication. The sender is the writer. The letter is the letter. The postal service is the mail. The reader is the receiver. Then the reply is the replied. Lastly, the digital communication, which what we are now. It is a internet, which a person sends conversation through the internet and then receiver gets and read the message, then the receiver sends the reply. For the flow of digital communication, the sender is the sender. The digital message is the online message. The internet is the internet. The receiver is the receiver, and the instant feedback is the reply. So, as you can see in the three types of generation of communication, the four basic process of communication is there. Overall, the infographics show how communication has changed over time. People used stone carvings before, then letters, and now the internet. The methods may be different, but the basic communication process stays the same. It still involves a sender, transmission, receiver, and feedback. It shows that we have been using basic communication in our daily lives since the past.